Every culture comes to America to build an economic empire for themselves. The Chinese, East Indian, Arab, Latino, whoever comes to America comes to build a cultural empire. Everyone except African Americans. So when you travel the country, you got a little Italy in every major city.
Right.
You got a Chinatown in every major city. You even see little Cambodias popping up now around the United
Martin
States.
Luther King in every city too.
Exactly. Well,
Ain't no black people living on it.
You got a Martin Luther King Jr. Street.
Yeah, street.
You have a Martin Luther King Jr. Street,
Right.
but there's no Africa town. There's no place in Black America you can go and find the 4 essential institutions needed for a community: bank, school, supermarket, hospital. And you know why that's ironic? Last year, Black America in 2016, we spent $2 billion on Air Jordans, $4 billion on liquor and alcohol, $600 million on fast food, and we bought twice the amount of Mercedes Benzes as white America, although white America has twice the wealth of black folk. So the question becomes, what is it about the Mercedes Benz that makes it so attractive to African Americans even when they can barely afford it? And it's because it's a status symbol.
That's all.
And one thing we know about oppressed people, when you can't enjoy true freedom, you surround yourself with the symbols of that freedom.
Absolutely.
And that's why the Louis bag is so important. That's why our children will kill for Air Jordans. It's not the sneaker. It's what it represents.
Right.
And if I believe I'm worthless, that means I can only add value to myself by what I put on my body as opposed to what I put in it.
How do we stop that? How do we slow that down? Because since I was a kid, those symbols, I mean, when I was a kid, it wasn't a Mercedes, it was the Cadillac.
Yes.
You
know
don't
what I mean?
feel like that anymore, though.
I think the world
Because I think
still does.
you've been,
I don't.
yeah,
but
you've been
Right.
exposed to like knowledge.
I
and-
just buy what I like now. But when I was a kid, I wanted that car because it was a status symbol. I wanted those sneakers because it was a status symbol. You know what I mean? But how do we get back to the part where, it's not like that?
You're going to have to re-engineer the mind. Let's go to college. We all went to college. Remember in
Not me.
college?
Well, not minus
Okay.
one.
But you've been on campuses. And you notice how fly the black undergraduates dress, right?
Right.
But then when it come time to pay that tuition, half of them got to take off a semester because they ain't got the money.
Right.
But look how you drive and
No,
look how
we
you.
didn't drive. We didn't dress fresh in my school at all. We all had on sweats every day and hoodies and like we was.
I went to a PWI, and now up in PA we got Lincoln, we got Cheney, but I've been around.
Yeah, I went to Wesleyan,
kinda-
and we definitely dressed
Okay, because now
hippie-ish.
I would say your school was unique because in most
It's
places now
very
you went to a
I
HBCU.
went to Hampton. We,
You
Yeah.
the females dressed up and then the fellas
Exactly.
dressed up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was what it was.
And I remember we had a financial aid seminar by the director of admissions. And he said, I don't understand y'all. He said, y'all got money for change. Y'all got money for Powerhouse. Y'all got money for Jordans. Y'all got money for nice cars. But you ain't got the money to pay your tuition. And you know what that's about? It's about priorities.
Priorities, that's
I was
right.
at a home ownership seminar. And guess what the white guy said? He was from a bank. And he was honest. I agreed with him. He said, listen, it's not always about racism, although that was incorrect. But the point that he made next was correct. He said, the problem is when y'all come to us for a loan, when African Americans walk into a white bank for a loan, what normally disqualifies you isn't even your credit so much or your employment history. It's your priorities. You often buy your car before you buy your house. Even if you have a half decent income, if you already bought the caddy truck, the Benz, the Mercedes, and you're coming to look for a home after the car, I know that if you fall into tough economic times and you have to make a decision between your mortgage or your car note, you're going to pay your car note first.
Yeah, because I ain't bringing people over to the house, but they going to see me pulling up all the time. So I gotta
Exactly.
keep that truck, man.
Exactly.